Theoretically, law enforcement is meant to disclose more or less all relevant information, even if it helps the defendant, and to oversimplify slightly, refusing to do so is referred to as a Brady violation in a US context. But in practice, the authorities often fight tooth and nail to avoid doing so, increasing the financial burden on defendants and potentially elevating the number of false convictions and coercive plea deals. The problem itself is a truly global phenomenon. Meanwhile, the latest news situates that in a specifically US context. Our first example takes place in Massachusetts, where a journalist recently forced another release of records from the Northwestern District Attorney's Office. This came after a rather long right to information fight, and those records concern police officers whose misconduct or credibility problems may need to be disclosed to defendants. In short, this kind of information is essential to help juries decide whether they're hearing from trustworthy witnesses, and the fact that getting this information disclosed has taken so long reflects rather poorly on the broader Massachusetts criminal justice process. Meanwhile, our second example comes from Wisconsin, where a judge in Kenosha County halted a homicide trial after finding that a prosecutor had disclosed witness criminal histories rather late. Indeed, they were still in the process of turning over evidence even after the trial had already begun. In both cases, the basic issue was the same. Information that should have been readily available was instead delayed, withheld, or produced only after outside pressure. And unfortunately, that is the kind of pattern that steadily destroys public faith in the so-called justice system. The public understands that criminal justice needs to be about more than just hurting the bad people. It also needs to be about truth, accuracy, fairness, and a whole slew of other things too. So why is it that the state so frequently struggles to comprehend this? Whatever the answer might be, I'm sure lots more stories of this kind will continue arising. This has been Hero to Zero News. Subscribe to stay up to date with privacy, accountability, and rights stories as they unfold.